is make our pickled jalapenos. I already have a mixture on the stove for that. That's about 3 ounces of water, 6 ounces of vinegar, red wine vinegar, 8 ounces of sugar, white sugar, and a half tablespoon of salt. Okay, so once that comes to a boil, we're gonna put that on the jalapeno. Okay, so I'm gonna slice my jalapenos a little thicker, so that way whenever it pickles, it's still gonna have some depth to it, and it doesn't pickle all the way down. Okay, so that way you still have some crunch. That way it absorbs a little more flavor, and when you crunch into those jalapenos, you're gonna get that flavor that's gonna come out of there. Okay, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Okay. See those nice thicker chunks? That's exactly how I like them. Okay. Take that mix, put it right on there. Okay. I actually took the liberty of already pickling some. Okay, and I have that nice pickled jalapeno right here. Okay, fantastic. Next thing I'm going to do is make that aioli. All right, aioli, it calls for egg yolks. See what I've done? I've pasteurized these egg yolks. I put it in water that was 140 degrees and let it cook for about 3 minutes. Okay, and that pasteurized egg yolks. If you want to, you could also use a liquid egg yolk mixture or liquid egg yolks, you know, buy them at the store, the carton. You can also do that as well if you want to. Okay, so I'm only going to use 2 of these egg yolks. Okay, and I'm gonna do a procedure what's called the Rocky method. And you crack the egg white, you crack it, and then you rock it back and forth. Okay, and that leaves you with the yolk. Bam. And again, I already pasteurized these. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna take that egg yolk, add about a ½ ounce of lemon juice to it, add about a ½ ounce of red wine vinegar to that as well. Okay, we'll do a mix to that. Okay, now we're going to add about a ½ teaspoon of this Dijon mustard. It's going to help stabilize that. Maybe get a little more than that. Okay, and then just whisk that up real nice to help start that emulsion process. Get everything broke down. Slowly add the oil. That's what's going to help complete that emulsion process. Add the oil slowly, a little at a time. It also helps if you take your towel and lean it up against the ball. Slowly add that oil in there. You don't want to add too much oil at a time because you can break the emulsion and your aioli won't be stable. You have to make it over. Okay. And I'm using grapeseed oil here. I'm not using regular vegetable oil. I'm using grapeseed oil. I think it gives it a better taste and it's a little healthier for you as well. Okay. It does give your arm a little bit of a workout, but it tastes a lot better than using regular mayonnaise. That's what aioli is. It's just pretty much a fancy a fancy mayonnaise, but it's a fancy fresh mayonnaise. You see, as you whip it and you add that oil to it, it starts to turn that white color. Hasn't gotten it all the way yet. But that's actually a good texture right there. Should be about the texture of mayo. A little thinner or a little thicker, just depends on how you desire it. Okay, that's nice texture right there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna crush the garlic. Okay, so a nice classic aioli has crushed garlic mixed in there with the lemon juice and also with the vinegar. It's not a classic mortar and pesto. My mortar and pesto is a little newer, so I haven't broken it in all the way yet. That's why I have the crusty there from the bowl. Just improvised there a little bit. Like I said, my mortar and pestle was a little jacked up. But you really want to smash that garlic up as much as possible. It's better to smash it up like this because you really open up those pores and you really get that garlic flavor. It really comes out a lot better. If you cut it up, it's a cleaner cut. And the flavor doesn't come out the exact same way. If you wanted to do it the lazier route, you could take a hand chopper and use a hand chopper, or you could go ahead and do the knife. But this is a more classic route. Of course, it works out a lot better if it's in the actual bowl. But it's giving me a little bit of time right here today. Okay. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sear. I'm gonna saute rosemary, ginger, and onion. And then I'm gonna add it to that aioli as well, and it's gonna give it a nice, fresh, aromatic flavor to it. And if you take that, you can just break off a little piece of this ginger from that hand. Use a spoon, comes in real handy. Okay, just get off enough of that skin just to use a piece of this ginger. Okay, so that's good. And put the rest of that to the side. And then another thing about cutting the onion is I like to cut the top off first. Always make sure you hold that knife with your two fingers at the top, your thumb and your index finger, kind of like that right there. It gives you the maximum amount of stability whenever you're using the knife. Okay, and always make sure you tuck your fingers in, okay, and then you have your knuckles pointed out, so that way if you do stumble or fall or anything, you're more likely to cut your knuckle than you are to cut the tip of your finger off, okay? So be careful with that as well. So cut the top of that off, and then that way when you roll it to the side like that, and then you go to cut it in half, you have a nice stable onion. You don't have to worry about it wobbling back and forth. Okay. cut it from the root to the bottom, the root to the top. There. Set that side right there. So that's getting out the way. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna shave the onion. Okay, shave the onion, and I'm gonna shave the ginger. And that's gonna make them a lot thinner. So that way when they do saute, those flavors are gonna open up a lot more. Okay, the pores on the onion and on the ginger are gonna open up a lot more. It's gonna squeeze together and it's gonna squeeze those juices out, okay? If you just dice it, it doesn't have the same surface area. When you dice it, there's a piece of the onion that's on the bottom that's actually sauteing, and the rest of it is at the top. And then, you know, the rest of the onion at the top isn't, or the onion and the garlic isn't sauteing the same way. But if it's flat, when you shave it like that, it sautés completely different, and that flavors open up a lot more. Okay, so I think that's good. Set that to the side. Add some more of this grapeseed oil. Oh yeah. Ginger. Ginger, rosemary. Onion in there. Okay. That's going to be a nice aromatic aioli right there. It's going to go great on that sandwich. It's going to have that tartness from the red wine vinegar, the lemon juice. It's going to have the nice aromatic ginger in there, the onion, and that rosemary. And then it's going to have that raw garlic flavor as well. Oh, it's going to really come home. It's going to taste so great. Okay. Get that out. All right. So next is the chicken. Saute that in some butter. Just to add contrast and flavor, you got the grapeseed oil, and you also have the butter, and they're going to come together and they're going to make two completely different flavors. And I'm adding the chicken to the pan right now, and the chicken has already been marinated. It's been marinated in red wine vinegar, lemon juice, fresh rosemary, and then a mixture of lemon pepper seasoning, cumin, and cayenne. Oh yeah, and I did forget to add the fennel seed and the coriander to the pickled jalapenos. Okay. Good thing I did something ahead of time. I did get it in that one, so we're good on there. Okay. So while that chicken is sauteing, next thing we're going to do is slice up the jalapeno, or slice up the tomato on the avocado. Clean up a little bit here, get this stuff out the way. forget to put salt and pepper in that aioli as well. I like a little black pepper. Some people can do white pepper. But I like the little speckles in there. I like the way it looks. Okay. It tastes amazing. A lot of bold flavor from the garlic. It's nice, mellow, but bold flavor from the rosemary and the ginger, and the shallot, the salt, pepper, the lemon. It's gonna go so good with a nice contrast from the lemon and the red wine vinegar and the rosemary. That's also in the chicken. It's gonna go well together. See how our chicken is going over here? Looks good. Really good. Turn it down in here. Okay. Let it finish on a low medium. While that's working, come on over here and grab this 3-cheese semolina loaf. Okay. Make a nice little edge over there. Oh yeah. Some nice thick pieces. Oh yeah. Nice. You see how soft that is? While you crisp that up. Okay. Nice thick tomato slices. Oh yeah, I like it when the steak just comes out. That's nice. Oh yeah, it smells fantastic. Smells like buttery goodness. You get that nice sear on there. Let that melt up. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good. like these little tongs. Set that to the side. Go ahead and get that out of there. Gotta leave a little behind. You want to get some of that flavor in there. Oh yeah, you want to get some of that remnants on there. It's gonna be nice, real good flavor on that bread. That melted up real nice. Got my bread ready over here. Oh yeah, it smells so good. The aromas, it smells like buttery richness. It's amazing, and you can still smell the rosemary from being in the chicken, being in the pan with the chicken. Oh man, it's just amazing flavors right now. I wish you could smell it. I wish I had smell-o-vision right now. I wish you can, you know, witness this flavor. Okay. Press it down on it. Helps that bread adhere to that pan, and really helps get a good sear on there. Throw a little more butter in there as well, so that way it's someone in the pan whenever we turn it. Most people may say, hey, it's a lot of butter in there. I think butter is really good flavor, and that's also going to add, you know, a nice balance to the other flavors that are already in there as well. You know, like I said, the bitters of the red wine vinegar, of the lemon juice, you know, that freshness of the rosemary, you know, that egg yolk, the richness of the egg yolk. Oh man. It smells amazing. It really does. I know I keep saying that, but I just want you to understand, I want you guys to understand how great it smells. And I know it's going to taste fantastic. If you ever have the opportunity, make sure you try this recipe. Make sure you do this at home as well. If you ever want the exact measurements, the exact ratios, you can get a hold of me, Dixon Family Catering at yahoo.com. That's my email for Dixon Family Catering. So get with me anytime. Have no problem going back and forth. Oh yeah. Oh, so we have that nice marinated chicken breast with that Gouda on there, melted on top. Fantastic. Have this nice toasted bread, toasted on both sides. Three cheese semolina. You can just smell the cheese. It smells cheesy and buttery. It just smells so good. I'm sorry, it does. Okay, this homemade rosemary ginger aioli. And we're putting it on both sides. Where you going? You can't go nowhere. Get back here. You gotta stay right there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Like I said, if you want, you can have this a little thicker if you want it to be. I like it like this because it kind of melts into the bread. and it's fresh made too. As you let it sit in the refrigerator, you know, it thickens up, you know, it gets a little thicker. So, you know, it just depends. If you make it really fresh, you know, you're gonna have that little liquidness to it. You know, if you let it sit in the refrigerator a little bit longer, it's gonna thicken up. It's gonna have a little more viscosity to it. So it's just all about what you want. I think this is gonna be great. Man, we're not even gonna worry about that. Oh, you know what? I gotta put the spinach on there. Oh man, I'm gonna put the spinach on both sides. Oh man, it's gonna be good. Getting a little bit messy there. Can't wait to get a bite. Getting beside myself. Well, let's do a tomato on each side as well. Oh yeah. Nice avocado on there. Where you going, avocado? Get over here. Mm. Oh yeah, trying to run it from me. Oh yeah, where you going? You can't go over there. It was slippery. Where the toothpicks at? Woo! It's trying to run. It's trying to run. Now that right there is a ballin' sandwich right there. That's the supreme chicken sandwich. Ooh. If you ever get an opportunity, definitely make one of these. Supreme chicken sandwich. Going in. Woo. That's amazing. Get you one. See.